You remember Obama's plan for handling ISIS, ladies and gentlemen? You remember what his plan was? I talked about it on the program. His plan for handling ISIS, the growing threat in the Middle East, was not to unleash hell with the United States military, was not to drop bombs, was not to put boots on the ground. No, it was to train the Iraqi soldiers and have them fight this battle. That was his plan from the beginning. I have the audio clip. The audio clip that I have played on this program before. Listen to this. This is a flashback, but it's a reminder.
Its leaders have repeatedly threatened America and our allies, and right now, these terrorists pose a threat to the people of Iraq, the people of Syria, the broader Middle East, including our personnel, our embassies, our consulates, our facilities there. And if left unchecked, they could pose a growing threat to the United States. Now, going forward, as I announced last week, we're going to degrade and ultimately destroy ISIL through a comprehensive and sustained counterterrorism strategy. And whether in Iraq or in Syria, these terrorists will learn the same thing that the leaders of Al-Qaeda already know. We mean what we say. Our reach is long. If you threaten America, you will find no safe haven. We will find you eventually. But
except for the ones who attacked on Benghazi. But that's besides the point. I
want to emphasize, this is not and will not be America's fight alone. One of the things we've learned over this last decade is America can make a decisive difference. But I want to be clear. The American forces that have been deployed to Iraq do not and will not have a combat mission. They will support Iraqi forces on the ground as they fight for their own country against these terrorists. As your commander-in-chief, I will not commit you and the rest of our armed forces to fighting another ground war in Iraq.
So that was his plan. No ground troops. This is not a combat mission. He made it very, very clear that we are only in Iraq to train the Iraqi soldiers so that they could then fight and defend their own sovereignty and defend their own country against ISIS. That was his plan. Well, apparently, ladies and gentlemen, based on new reports and new information that's coming out today, that's not working out so well. In fact, it's failing miserably. ISIS has taken over the Iraqi city of Ramadi. ISIS has taken over the Iraqi city of Ramadi. This is from Breitbart. The contested city of Ramadi fell to the Islamic State group on Sunday as Iraqi forces abandoned their weapons and armored vehicles to flee the capital in a major loss despite intensified U.S.-led airstrikes. Bodies, some burned, littered the streets as local officials reported the militants carried out mass killings of Iraqi security forces and civilians. Online video showed Humvees, trucks, and other equipment speeding out of Ramadi with soldiers gripping on to their sides. Ramadi has fallen, said Muhammad, some Islamic name, a spokesman for the governor of Anbar province. The city was completely taken. The military is fleeing. Wait a minute. Isn't this the same Iraqi government that Barack Obama said that we were there to train? Isn't this the same Iraqi government that Barack Obama sent our troops there to train and defend their own country? Wasn't that the plan from the start, folks? This genius plan, not a combat mission. No, we're not going to really get involved. We are there to train the Iraqi soldiers, and they will do it. Well, that's not working out too well. They lost Ramadi. They're fleeing. They are losing. The president's plan has failed. This is evidence.